It was a few minutes after 8 on a bright, frosty morning, and Anna Hopkins was walking her dog on Port Meadow. She was dressed in her old parka, jeans, muddy boots, and a knitted scarf with a repeat motif of Jack Russell Terriers. It had been given to her by her friend Tansy, as a ridiculously small thank you for letting me stay at your place till I sort myself out. All the terriers were bright pink, except for one tiny black Jack Russell that faced stubbornly in the opposite direction. Tansy had watched anxiously as Anna unwrapped her gift from its layers of tissue. "It's meant to be a joke," she'd explained, "because of us being the dog-walking detectives. Don't feel you have to wear it. I know you're more of a monochrome girl." It's true that Anna had once seen herself as monochrome. Her palette of caramels and charcoals had seemed like the safer choice. The same with living alone. For 16 years, just surviving had used up so much energy. There'd been little left for engaging with the outside world. And then she'd risked a change. Such a small, unthreatening change, or so she'd told herself. She'd adopted Bonnie, a white shepherd who carried the hidden scars of her own traumatic past, and in a matter of weeks, Anna's monochrome life had transformed into chaotic, full-spectrum colour. Terrible and wonderful things had happened. And now here she was, wrapped warmly in a shocking pink scarf, her honey-coloured hair tucked under her grey, slouchy beanie, boots crunching on frost, breath smoking in the midwinter cold, as Bonnie ran around her in joyous circles. Port Meadow was an easy walk from Anna's home in Parktown, a space where she could let Bonnie run off her excess energy, and so Anna had recently resumed their walks here. She wondered whether she would ever be able to see a young woman out jogging without feeling her heart leap in the irrational hope that it was Naomi running towards her, glowing and alive. Someone was coming towards Anna, in fact, but she wasn't glowing so much as puffing with effort. Dressed in a shapeless coat and leggings, a young woman was toiling over the uneven ground behind an enormous off-road buggy. The faint wails from inside the buggy grew louder. Drawing level with Anna, she stopped in her tracks. She threw Anna a despairing look. "Oh, you wouldn't like to swap your beautiful dog for my baby, would you? You might have more luck getting him to sleep." She jiggled the buggy back and forth on the frosty grass. An intensely private person, Anna had been unprepared for the startling intimacies she elicited from complete strangers when she started walking Bonnie. Tansy said it was the same when she'd been minding her friend's poodle, Buster. But Tansy wouldn't see this new mother as an intrusion, Anna thought. She'd see a sleep-deprived young woman longing for contact with another adult, any adult, and so Anna reluctantly stepped up. "I'm sure you're doing a much better job than you think," she managed. The woman threw her a grateful look. "God, I really hope so," she said fervently. "If I'd had any idea how hard this would be, I never would have dared." She had to raise her voice as the yells from the buggy increased in volume. "My husband's away on business, and last night I broke all the baby book rules and took Louis into bed with me." "Did it work?" Anna asked. The woman shot her an exhausted grin. "For 2.5 hours. Suppose it's got to get better at some point." "I'm sure it will," Anna said, striving to be upbeat. "Oh well, I better get back. Enjoy your walk." The woman set off, trudging behind her buggy, watched warily by Bonnie. The white shepherd had come to sit at Anna's feet as soon as she saw the woman approach. This worrying new behaviour dated from the night when intruders had broken into her flat with the intention of adding her to their list of undiscovered homicides, a list that included Naomi Evans. Trying to save Anna's life, Bonnie had almost died herself. "We're probably more likely to win the lottery than run into another psychopath," Anna told her dog as they continued on their way. "We were just really unlucky. I think we should view that as our lifetime's quota and move on, sweetie." Bonnie appeared to give her suggestion serious thought, gazing up at Anna with the luminous intelligence that made her resemble a white wolf out of a fairy tale. "Come on, lazybones," Anna told her. "You're here to let off steam. So go, go, go!"